about our young men and women that serve our country. And, so many times we hear about the 1% of our country, the 99% of our country. But, there's a true 1% that care more than most, and that's the people that make up our military, our firefighters, and our police force. They're the ones that have put their life on the line for this country, for all of you. And no matter what they are, they're there for you. And so they're the ones that I walk for. On my Facebook page, I have a Facebook page on the Montana Honor Guard, and there's a photo there that I really I endear, and it's a painting from a fellow down in Texas. It shows a cemetery with a cross in the middle, and on one side are the spirits. Ooh, I like that. I didn't get to flip it though. That's nice. Another thing I found that I like about the South is when people come up and call me honey. Yeah, I can use that. But it shows on this one side of the cross are the spirits of those that have given their life for the country, and those men and women that have given part of their body to this country. And they're both looking in at each other. And it is a headstone on the cross. And I don't know how it is in North Carolina, but I can tell you in Montana, we're not part of the American Legion. We put up roadside crosses to commemorate those that have had an accident, vehicle accident, and have taken their life. And we're not allowed to call them crosses anymore. We're supposed to call them fatality markers. No. There's so many things that are wrong about what's going on in our country today. Can't use God in prayer. And if you look at my flag, of course we have our service flags on U.S. colors and our Christian flag, because God is part of the equation. And for those that don't believe it, I'm sorry. But
that's right.
Woo! I'm out here for all those reasons. My goal is, my message is about our young men and women that take their own lives through suicide. We had a young man come home from Afghanistan to my hometown a year ago in June. He separated after 4 years in the Corps and one tour in Afghanistan. Separated on 3 June, arrived home on 4 June, and the first time we knew he was in home is when they called for an honor guard to bury him on 30 June. He took his own life, and he left behind a wife and a 1-year-old daughter. And since then I found that the Department of Defense has stated that since 2005 we've lost more active duty members to suicide than we have in combat. Now that statement in itself is pretty significant, but then you put a number associated with it. We've lost more than 6,000 young men and women between Iraq and Afghanistan. So that means more than 6,000 additional people have taken their own life. And they're not even counting like the young Marine that came home to us that separated after getting out. So how many more? And that's what caused me to go off across the country, because it is a nationwide issue. And I think it's all of our responsibilities to make sure that we don't have to do a whole lot. Our young men and women are like in the Marine Corps, it's improvise, adapt, overcome. We're a pretty low maintenance group. That's my wife. And her biggest fear out here is not the traffic. It's what's going on in my head, because she wants to know what I'm going to do next, what crazy thing. And she said she feels like she's left me alone too long, because she has control over me at times, and I appreciate that, and she keeps me in line, and so but she just feels like, what's she thinking?